everyone, it's Sushi Roll from twotentsdown.com. It's day 68. We're at mile 684, and it's we're just leaving our camp spot. Big story about that coming up here in a minute. But first I want to tell you guys about yesterday. We hit some trail magic. We were just coming out of this field and there was a guy set up. His name was Dayman. He had some pizza and beer and ice pops and it was wonderful. He hiked in 2013 and he just wanted to pay it back. So thank you, Dayman. That was wonderful. Then we walked on for a little bit and we saw a trail maintenance crew and a gentleman named Longhorn who also hiked the trail, not sure what year, but he was handing out sodas and just cold sodas, and that was wonderful. So thank you, Longhorn. We also met a girl named Dinosaur who maintains this section of the trail, who also hiked the trail, so she maintains this section, which is an hour away from her house. She's telling us all about the section, and this is not an easy section to maintain. It's really steep, and but anyway, so thank you for her and for the rest of that trail maintenance crew for all the work they do in this area of Virginia. So by the time we left our second trail magic, it was already getting kind of late with how many miles we still had to do. And it's like kind of conflicting when you're at trail magic. It's like you want to stay because it's so wonderful, but at the same time you have to make your miles because you have a goal to get through your miles. So we ended up leaving trail magic and started heading up the mountain, which was really steep. On the way up the mountain, we saw this beautiful, very old oak tree. I think it's the second oldest oak tree on the Appalachian Trail. I think it's called the Kefir oak. And I wanted to take pictures, but I couldn't because my phone was dead. So we have pictures on the other camera. Eventually I'll post them, probably when we return from the Appalachian Trail. Also on our way, well, on top of the mountain, when we finally got up there, we saw these beautiful views while we were traversing these slanted rock faces. Absolutely gorgeous views. And again, I couldn't take pictures, but next beautiful view, I will take pictures for you guys. So in between Parisburg and Catawba Grocery, which is our section right now, we had a goal, and our goal was to do 16 to 17 miles a day, and that was what we were reaching for yesterday. We hit Sarver Hollow Shelter, and it was short of our goal, so we decided to push on. We pushed on with the knowledge that our next actual documented campsite was the next shelter, which was 6 miles down the trail. We knew we wouldn't make that, so we took the risk of trying to find stealth camping. Well, that is definitely a risk. We carried on walking, looking for stealth camping. We passed 2 spots, but they were already taken by other hikers, so we kept walking. And 3.5 miles later, and pretty much at sunset, we finally found a spot at the end of the ridge at the Eastern Continental Divide where that trail is. So we decided we needed to get our bear bags up right away. By the time we got started putting our bear bags up, it was pretty much dark. There was no sun left, and we heard coyotes in the distance. So we're scrambling to get our stuff done so we can just get into the tent. And we were pretty much freaking out because I mean, coyotes in the distance, yeah. So then we came back from putting up our bear bags, which was a real effort in the dark, and started doing the tent, and I was blowing up the mats, and then I'm looking around with my headlamp and I see eyes. So that was scary as well. I'm pretty sure that all the eyes I saw were deer, but it's pretty scary. We weren't even on, yeah. I think we were in deer territory. And, you know, those deer, they were fearless. We tried to clap at them, stomp at them, tell them to go away. They are not leaving. This is their spot. So we just had to share the spot with them because clearly it's not our spot. And so that is the story of... Oh, and then throughout the night we heard lots of creatures. The most creatures we probably heard for, I mean, weeks at least, maybe out of any night. It was pretty terrifying. And I know that, you know, you're supposed to just embrace it, it's nature, whatever, but it is hard to be out here when you know there's no other people around and you're in a spot that is, it was creature infested. And they were big. I mean, they were making like branches snap and the leaves crunch and all that. Yeah, and they were right outside our tent. We also had rodents scurrying about around our tent, looking for food and stuff. And I really don't want any more holes in my stuff. I already made this mistake that other time of leaving food in my pack. I left the candy bar and I got holes in my pack and then holes in another spot on my pack for whatever reason. So, you know, yeah, it was a lot of clapping and not a lot of sleep getting. So we ended up sleeping in this morning, and that is the story of our scariest night on the trail.